I've been riding street bikes for about 20 years now, and I really like to ride in the street. But sometimes, if I'm driving down the road and see a trail, or some train tracks, or path, or anything, I wonder what's down there. But I don't usually take my motorcycle down there because if I'm on a street bike, it's usually too heavy, or I don't feel like scratching the paint and getting stuck. So I was thinking, what kind of motorcycle could I purchase that would be good for the road and something that I could take down the trails? I'm not talking about jumping dirt ramps or doing motocross, nothing heavy, just a bike that will take you where you want to go. So this is my 2001 Suzuki Savage LS650 with some modifications done. I was trying to go for maybe a flat track type bike or an Enduro. I don't really think I nailed either of those, just kind of started putting pieces together. I'll go over some of the things that have been done. The front fender, the original front fender was removed. I put on this plastic front fender. This brace here is actually the original front fender hacksawed. Was going to put some fork gaiters on, but didn't feel like taking the forks apart to do so. So I got the shock socks. They just Velcro on. They're upside down because I actually put the inverted shock socks on, and my forks are not inverted, so the lettering's inverted. This is the light grill from a KC floodlights. Also put a through bar of threaded rod, drilled right through the buckhorn handlebars, and added a Pro Taper crossbar pad. I removed the original side covers. I only had side covers, a side cover for this one. The other side cover was missing when I got the bike, so rather than try to find it or add something back on the bike that was plastic and chrome, I decided just to put on some number plates, which I'll show you from the other side. Let's see what else we have here. This is a ammo can for carrying tools and registration. I mounted that because I was going to use these two brackets to make the pipe a high pipe. Was going to set about right here with flexible tailpipe from right about here to here, but that ended up leaking exhaust, and it was not getting enough back pressure, so rather than fight it, I just kept the stock pipe on the bike and left it mounted like it was. So this here was the larger side panel because there's more space to cover over here. These are shock covers for ATVs. I saw them at an ice race. People were using them to keep ice from jamming up into their springs, and ATVs, I guess, use them to keep dirt from going up in there. But they're simple Velcro cover. So they Velcro over here. And slid them on. Use a tie wrap there to cinch them up. Then hold them in pretty well. Let's see if there's any other modifications. Did move the rear turn signals. These are aftermarket turn signals. The old turn signals were about here, and there was a chrome bar that was supposed to look like it held the fender on. Though it did hold the original backrest and turn signals, it wasn't structural. It didn't need this fender's not held on with that chrome bar you see on most of the cruisers or Harley-like bikes. And I guess the basic reason I did this to this Savage was I was looking for a platform of an inexpensive bike with a single cylinder motor, and I was looking for something light and that, hate to use a cliche, flickable, but this bike is really light. Boy, if it's 400 pounds now, it's probably just at 400. And bought it in February on Craigslist, got it for $1,100, so the price point was right. It wasn't going to be a whole ton of money and that I was going to be destroying a bike or wasting it. Wow, I just overlooked the most obvious modification to this bike. This is a 1971 CB 350 seat that I put on the bike. It underneath the seat right here and about right here where these screws are instead of using wood, I use that synthetic or plastic type wood. I don't know if it's called Trex type wood. I don't know, it's not that brand, but I molded it, I sawed it in a rounded shape so it would accept the seat over top of it, and then these brackets here are just cinched down with some plastic strapping that keeps the seat on. I haven't had any problems with the seat moving. I did do the same method on a Harley Sportster that I tried to make this sort of thing happen with, but I wasn't really completely satisfied with it, so I did end up selling that bike. Well, I'll post a picture of that. You can see the inspiration for this. That's about it. A 2001 Suzuki Savage LS650 single cylinder motorcycle, modified as some sort of street tracking enduro. So there you go. That's why I built the bike the way I did, and that's why I ride it the way I do.